Morning friends. This video is basically meant for end users in SAP. SAP is one of the most powerful ERP tool in the industry, and the kind of investment is really quite huge. But many used to think as to why we should make such a huge investment on ERP implementation. An entrepreneur always tries to make the best use of money. SAP, he always expects certain processes to flow or functions like purchase department, sales department, finance department. SAP has an inbuilt amazing processes for all these functions. In this video, we are going to focus on FICO module. So we shall see the agenda for today's discussion. An introduction to SAP FICO. What is the importance of posting keys? What is the importance of document types? And important fields in vendor and customer master data. Important fields in GL master data and fixed asset master data. Let's understand the basic difference between the FI module and the CO module. FI primarily focuses on the external reporting requirements. CO primarily focuses on the internal reporting requirements. Or in simple terms, FI ensures conformity of the statutory requirements. CO module ensures conformity of management's requirements. In a layman's language, in FI module, I always ensure, am I recording the sales as per the local laws? Is my sales tax accounting in time? Is my revenue recognition in time? In CO, I always try to analyze the profitability of such sale. So in line with this, you've got various sub-modules like AR accounting and AP accounting, GL accounting, fixed accounting, bank accounting or treasury accounting. In CO module, we have got profit center accounting, we have got cost center accounting, we have got profitability analysis, what we call as COPA, and we have got product costing, what we call as COPC. Now, let's understand the importance of posting keys. I've seen many people grumbling as to why we should have these many posting keys for a simple debit and credit. Why all these complications? SAP is one of the most powerful ERP tools wherein we should be in a position to extract information with ease, so that management is in a position to take timely informed decisions and they also don't lose business. Let's understand this with a simple example. Let's say there is a sales order for INR 100 and the Incoterm is X works. I think you all know what is Incoterm X works. If the Incoterm is X works, the customer has to come and pick the material from our warehouse. As against this particular sales order, I am also collecting an advance amount of 50 rupees. And in this particular case, since the customer could not pick the material from our warehouse, he is requesting us to deliver the material and raise a debit note for 50 rupees towards the freight charges. Now let's see how the posting takes place in traditional accounting and in SAP. In SAP, in traditional accounting, I debit my bank account and credit my customer account for the advance amount of 50 rupees. Whereas in SAP, I use posting key 40 so that my bank account is debited for 50 rupees, and I use posting key 19 so that my customer account is credited for the advance amount. Then comes the sales. In traditional accounting, I debit my customer account and credit the sales account. Whereas in SAP, I use posting key 01 for recording the sales, and I use posting key 50 to credit the sales account GL. And then for the freight, I debit my customer account 50 and I credit the freight account for 50 in traditional account. Whereas in SAP, I use posting key 04 for debiting the customer account for the freight account, and I use 50 posting key for the freight GL account. Now you can make out from these particular screen, like I'm using different posting key to segregate the transactions. Like for advance amount, I'm using a posting key 19. For the sales account, for recording the sales, I'm using posting key 50. And for the freight amount, I'm using the posting key 04. Now, if the management wanted to know as to how much we have collected as freight from a customer, from let's say from some customers whose experts, whose Incoterm is experts, I would simply go and use posting key 04 to extract information. I hope this is clear for you. Okay, let's understand the importance of document types. Document types are basically used to classify the nature of transactions at the header level. Like for sales later transactions, I can use separate document types. For purchase later transactions, I can use separate document types. SAP has already classified certain document types according to the account type. Like for vendor, separate set of document types are being used. For customer, for general ledger, separate set of document types are being used. And the number range is also based on the document type. And the number range is of two types. One is external number range and internal number range. Internal number range is system driven. External number range is is driven by the user. The user himself has to enter the external number range. Internal number range is predominantly used by the corporates. Now, why we should have this kind of classification of document types? SAP is meant for conglomerates, large corporates, a company which has got footprints across the world. So they could have separate team specializing for certain set of functions. Like for purchase, there could be a separate team handling only purchase function. Sales, there could be a separate team handling only sales related function. Similarly, in finance department, that there could be a team handling only purchase accounting, separate team for AR accounting, separate team for treasury accounting. So if I want to make someone accountable, I have to ensure that the person who handles the functions uses only the document type prescribed for prescribed only for the function. Like for purchase, he has to use only those document type. So the numbering will be according to the document type. So we can make the individual accountable. Let's say a person, an AP related person should use only AP related document type. He should not be using document type meant for general ledger. It would be prudent to follow that procedure. And second, there is something called net procedure in document type, which is basically meant for automatic computation of discount allowed or discount received depending based on the payment term, which I'll touch base at a later stage. And and it will be easy to differentiate the business transaction also.